that you deal with life. Sorry?
I'm a provider.
Really?
Babe, you need healing, babe.
Go away, man.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chioma. If you are joining me for the first time, you should consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, Oshay, thank you so much for joining me. So in today's video, I'm doing a reaction to Blue Therapy. I know a lot of us might have watched Blue Therapy. If you've not watched it, you must have seen the clip of the star. So Blue Therapy is a show. It's a show on Trend Central. It's about couples. They're not married, they're dating, but trying to take it to the next level, and they're trying to discuss issues they're having in their relationship. Now for Deborah and Jamal. So I don't think theirs wasn't so captivating. First off, Deborah is just trying to force the guy to be something he's not, which I really did not like. Like at some point I just couldn't watch them. Like, you guys would resolve your issues. Comparing your guy to your friend's guy doesn't even make sense. In fact, comparing anybody to anybody in this life doesn't even make sense. And another thing is, most people who do a 9 to 5 tend to think that those who are entrepreneurs or who have businesses online are doing nothing, right? Sometimes these persons are even more busy because they don't even have a 9 to 5. Whatever they do is on social media. Imagine being a social media manager or whatever it is, you're doing it online. It's very difficult to draw the line between work and play. And most times people see you, they don't think you're always playing. I think that is one issue they were having, and so she's kind of wanting that attention, but you don't know when he's working and you don't know when he's playing. So by the time when I listen to this, I'm just like, yeah, well, it's an issue we all face and they'll get through it. But the one that caught my attention at some point, I felt like, no, I want to get inside and like, you know, Chioma and Paul, Lord have mercy. Like, if I take a shot for every time Paul talked about his finances, high profile clients and all that, girl, I would be drunk by now. Like, I said, the way I'm so, at some point I'm like, bros, what's up? Should we come and slap you so that, you know, like, reset button? Anyway, let's not talk too much. Let's get into this. So I screenshotted some places, some things I wanted to touch on, but I feel like this video will be so long and I do not want it to be, so I will just touch here and there. So I'm going to do from 1 to 3. There are 6 episodes. I'm just going to do from 1 to 3, majorly mainly on Chioma and Paul. Chioma is Nigerian, Paul is Ghanaian. Let's get into this. I made a list. I'm going to start by describing their personality. Paul is manipulative, proud, arrogant, egoistic. He needs somebody who would massage his ego. And he isn't a supportive partner. I kind of feel like Paul wants to be able to walk on Chioma and wants her to feel okay about it, like be perfect. And he doesn't want, he kept on interfering with Denise. Like, it was so annoying. It kind of showed more about his personality. He's a manipulative person, so to speak, and very controlling. So controlling. Chioma is pretty. She is confident. Like, you cannot talk down on that girl. That was one thing I really enjoyed about the show. The fact that she was confident, you cannot talk down about her, as in talk down on her. And I think she just wants to be heard. She loves attention and wants to actually be heard. But Paul wants things done his way. He cares about the way people see him and not necessarily about what she wants, like taking her into consideration. It's all about him. Then also, I think the reason why they fell in love is what's bringing issues right now, right? Chioma looks like, from all indication, based on what they've been saying and everything, She strikes me as somebody who likes the intelligent, hardworking kind of person, right? Paul strikes me as the kind of person who wants someone pretty, social media standard, intelligent, hardworking. I think that was something that attracted them to each other. So I recorded some clips that I would like to touch on, and then we're going to start now.
Things, okay? Let's not get confused. I work, okay? Paul does not finance me completely. Does that make sense? Yes, he earns significantly more than I do, but he doesn't finance me, all right? So if you're talking about me becoming a housewife, clearly, because you're talking about finances and me bringing something to the table, what's wrong with being a housewife? Was that the plan we had when we first met?
It's a genuine question.
I don't want to be a housewife. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want to be a housewife. I have a choice. Does that make sense? If I wanted to be a housewife, I would have become a housewife. That's what you keep pushing for me to do. That's not what I want to do, babe.
Okay.
Okay?
Denise.
He used to clean his own house and change his sheets and cook for himself. We just moved in together 6 months ago, and all of a sudden that has now become my duty and mine alone. Bearing in mind, both of us are busy.
Now, with myself, I'm an earner. Do you understand? I will go out and I will come back and I'm bringing the bacon for real. Do you understand? If that's the case, and I'm able to provide for the both of us and kids in the future, from now, why would she stress herself being out, trying to earn the same thing that I already have? Sit down. Let's figure out something. I want to come home with a check and say, babe, how should we invest this?
Like, I don't get... You guys started and you realized that this is one thing most guys do, and it's really, really annoying. You meet somebody and the person is a working class person, a hard-working lady, and somewhere along the line you want the person to resign and become a housewife. Like, how? Where? That's so unfair. Everybody has what they want to do with their lives. Before your partner met with you, before you guys met, you guys had dreams, you had needs, you had wants. Do not force somebody to be what the person isn't. And I think it's one thing they had in their relationship. Both of them started wanting different things. Like, I meet you, you're this, but I no longer want this. And it's okay. If I meet you and you're hardworking, of course you have to make time for me in your life, which is one thing Paul wasn't getting. Like, you met me, I was the hardworking guy, and now each time I come back home, you're asking me where am I coming from. And I think there was a place where they asked, what do you guys do? What do you guys do together for fun? And sincerely, it just seemed like in their relationship, they had no social life. I like the fact that he didn't disagree with the fact that financially she's also stable, right? She's not totally dependent on him. She's not loose, right? I like the fact that he didn't even contest that. The second thing is the double standards. First, you met this girl on social media. You were one of the guys commenting on social media about how she looks, how good she looks, and now she posts a picture and people are commenting you have an issue with it. Like, what planet are you from? Hello? And you know that this person is an influencer. She has that social media presence. She needs this comment. If she's going to get the job she's getting, she needs this comment. She needs that engagement. And she cannot control the kind of comments people make. But you have an issue with it, that she's sexualizing herself. Haba. Like, there was one that, okay, I'm going to do a comparison. He goes to a bar, right? He goes to a bar, claiming it's business, goes to clubs, and brings girls over to the club and bar. But she, on social media, she's not with those guys. On social media, she has guys, he's not even looking at the females that are commenting. There are guys commenting, liking her pictures and telling her how beautiful she looks, and she's responding, and you have an issue with it, but you're defending yourself, going out with guys, going out with your guys and bringing ladies over, calling it work, saying it's all business, high profile clients, is how the client feels. You have to behave the way the client behaves. Like, it's so unfair. Like, that's double standards. Coupled with the fact that this girl, you said she's sexualizing herself, and yet your sister does exactly the same thing you are criticizing her for. Even worse, according to her explanation, of which Paul did not deny, she wears sexy dresses and dumps her kids. That is one thing I can't even imagine. You dump your kids with me as what? We're not even married though. You're dumping your kids as your house help. Like, coming to keep your kids once in a while, I don't have an issue with it. But regularly, like, Haba, that's unfair. Just because I'm not doing a 9 to 5 doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. Imagine somebody coming to dump their kids with me right now saying, oh, you're at home. Probably if I'm doing YouTube full time. And like, you're at home, I can keep my kids with you. If I'm filming, do you expect me to be running around the kids? And kids are more respectful when it's their parents. They can behave anyhow. If she decides to scold those kids, I don't think the sister would have it, because it will look somehow to her, saying that they're not even on good terms. Like, I feel so bad. Like, you do something and you don't see anything wrong with it, and I do something not even close, not even halfway to what you're doing, and you have an issue with it. Like, are we being real? Like, seriously?
So I went out with my girls. We went to the club and I was having fun. I was dancing. I was having
That's
fun.
what they call it now.
I was having fun and I was dancing. I wasn't twerking or anything like that. But
twerking?
I was dancing.
See?
I was dancing. He says I was twerking. That's why that's the only reason.
I didn't see it. Did I mention twerking?
You didn't need to mention it now, but that's your point, right, babe? Because you've spoken to me about this.
You mentioned twerking. I didn't mention twerking. Denise. Okay.
I was dancing with my knees bent. Let's just say that. My friend was recording the environment and I was in that video for 1 second or less than that, okay? I didn't post it onto my page because I know how my man is. I'm not ready to go home and argue. I don't want any conflict. At the end of the day, I don't want anything. I wasn't dancing on a man and I wasn't over-sexualizing myself. I was having fun. He now has an issue with that. Why?
Your girlfriend respected you well enough not to post a picture of herself or a video of herself because she knows how you can be like that. And a friend of hers posted such a picture and you have an issue with it. Now, my issue is not the fact that you have an issue with it. It's the fact that you are making it a big deal. Like, why would her friend post it? A lot of times, we go for parties and you get caught. Take, for instance, I went for NYC. I didn't want to post any picture of mine, at least for the first, like, maybe 1 week or thereabouts. Do you know how people realized I went for NYC? Somebody was taking a picture and I was in the background of the picture. I had no idea. Till today, I don't even know who that person is. But that was how people knew, and then said, telling my mom, Amaka has gone for NYC. Like, I had no idea whatsoever. This person posted this picture on Facebook. And the person who posted this picture happened to be a cousin of one of my mom's tenants. So you can imagine how that thing had spread. Like, I felt so bad with this when he said this, like, guys, seriously.
He was one of the people liking my pictures. So now, I don't know what you want. Maybe lock me in a room. Maybe I don't post or start deleting my profile.
Let me take it from here. Okay. What I got from what you just said is you want to be tamed. Right? What? No. I'm not going to do that. Do you understand? You leave that to someone else. But what I can tell you is that all of this, you posting and entertaining other guys, it's not going to get you far.
First of all, what are you saying?
No, I'm just saying. You know, I'm trying to be honest.
That's not going to get me far in our situation.
Yeah, because obviously, if you think about it, if you're now equivalating love on a love struck.
See, this is why I said Paul is a manipulative person. First of all, I think he's a jealous person. However, he's too egoistic to let his jealousy just be jealousy. So that he's trying to be controlling. I think he wants to control everything that has to do with her not working, her social media, what she posts, how she dresses, where she goes to. And in as much as two people are dating, now you guys tend to be a reflection of each other, especially when it's an open relationship. That's when people know you guys are dating. Remember that this person has needs and you also have needs. Like, this is crazy. She wants to be tamed. this just goes to everybody. Just because your partner is with you doesn't mean there wouldn't be others outside who would want that person. You're not the only person. Like that thing you're seeing that is attracting you is also attractive to other persons, right? See me, I'm talking like one relationship expert. All of us have issues in our relationship, but this guy's own, like, it was just so annoying. Like, if you watch this show, I know you would have at some point you just want to enter into, because my sister is here, I believe you just want to enter into this video and just, so your girl dresses. See, this goes for both male and female. Whenever you dress up, your partner dresses up, it doesn't cost you anything to tell your partner how lovely that person looks. Like, I see no reason why you do not compliment her when she dresses. She takes a picture and posts it on Instagram, on social media, and people are commenting. Guys are commenting, liking what they see, and you have an issue with it because she's getting compliments elsewhere, compliment that you did not even give to her, but you are having an issue with it. Make it make sense. Do you understand? So another issue I have majorly with guys is when your girl, not even just guys, everybody, just as human beings that we are, when your partner is complaining about a member of your family, like maybe she doesn't feel loved, or she feels like your mom, this is common with guys and their mom. Your mom doesn't like me, your sister doesn't like me. I don't think it's okay to just brush it or try to invalidate the person's feelings. It's not fair. I think you should just try to listen to the person, whatever the person has to say. Obviously, it's more or less like like Chioma has to prove herself worthy of the girl's brother, or Chioma has to prove herself worthy of Paul to his sister. Like, that's unfair, because yes, you've been through thick and thin with your sister and everything, but there should be boundaries, which is what she's asking for, and I don't think it's too much. If you think it's too much, if you're watching this and you think it's too much, let me know in the comment section. I don't think it's too much. There should be that boundary.
To talk about backchat, Paul, his mom, his sister, at the end of the day, backchat put me on. Paul knows me because I was on Backchat, and I think I conducted myself properly on that show. Yeah, some people might have come and ruined this reputation, but for me, I conducted myself properly. I'm very respectful on Backchat and off Backchat, so I don't understand what the problem is.
I accept the fact that Chioma was on the show called Backchat, right? However, if my sister / people in general kind of paint her with that brush, then how can you blame them if you were on the program? I didn't send you there, you were there. It wasn't me, so what do you want me to do?
So I'm going to take a cue from BBN. A lot of people attended BBN and they're still quite respected. And let's take for example Bisola. Bisola respected herself on that show, BBN, and that's Big Brother Naija. And away from BBN, people still love Bisola because she carries herself well. It doesn't mean that some people would not judge her for it, but if you know this person you're dating carry themselves well, you can't just sit back and relax and say it has nothing to do with you, what should you do about it? And then because of that, you watch your family, you watch your sister disrespect her. Like, that's unfair. It's not even an excuse in my book. It's not an excuse to me. So she went on Backchat and she conducted herself very well. You know her off the platform, but you still feel the need to treat her like, because she went on that platform and you sit right across from me and say, if people are judging you based on that, we're not talking about people, we're talking about your sister. We're talking about you, who I am going to spend the rest of my life with. We're talking about your sister. I know sometimes we think that people do not care, but a lot of people do care about what their family, what their mother-in-law, their sister-in-law would feel like, what the relationship would be. It will always be nice to have a nice relationship, a very, very good relationship with your new family, than to have them judging you for something. And this kind of make me feel like Paul is the kind of person who would never let you rest if you do something wrong to him. You would hear it for the rest of your life until death do you part, and that is if death isn't strong. That is if death is strong enough to even let you rest, because he would keep saying it. Like, she went on a show, she conducted herself, and you guys still have issues with it. It's okay if others have issues, but what about you? What are you doing? So I kind of feel like Paul would never forgive. That's my feeling.
My sister, we have a very good relationship. Obviously, we've been together since I was born, right?
So let her marry you then. I don't understand. How has your sister got to do with this?
Let me finish. Now, when you really think about it, in theory, she's seen all of my exes. So, you know, she's seen a pattern. She knows what I want out of a relationship. She knows what I want in terms of goals. So, obviously, if I'm going to pick a long-term life partner, right, and Chioma, we're both married into each other's families, I think it's within her right to have an oversee on what could potentially become.
The way some guys actually berate girls, it's just so toxicness
coming out of Chioma towards my sister. The energy is going that way. It's not coming back. She needs to deal with what's inside her first, and then we can move on to heal the world. Chioma, you need healing.
I need healing. I need healing from who? From your sister?
From yourself.
No, let me tell you something. I will heal perfectly if you stop her from coming to the house. Honestly, I won't complain again. If I don't have to see your sister again, maybe except Christmas and our wedding day, because we're getting married, then she doesn't, I will heal.
Okay, babe.
I won't have an issue with that, honestly, true to God.
I just feel like both Paul and Chioma are quite opinionated, and it's one thing most opinionated ladies tend to face when you have somebody who doesn't want to listen to you. A lot of guys want intelligent women, people who are opinionated, have a mind of their own, financially stable, someone who is independent. But with all these also comes some other factors that you might not be willing to overlook at some point in your life, and I think you should find somebody who fits that. It's one thing we should all know by now is that there's a person for everybody, no matter how it is. So if Paul wants a woman who will be a housewife, someone who he can control her social media, somebody who would be okay with him going to the club with his clients and bringing girls along, claiming it's for his clients, but actually the girls is bringing are his spec. If you want somebody like that who would overlook, that's fine. If you want somebody like that, there are women out there who are okay to just relax, my guy would provide. Apparently, Chioma is not that kind of person. And if Chioma is looking for a man who would make her feel wanted, feel heard, make her feel like a woman, right? Do not try to interfere in what she does on social media. Somebody who trusts her well enough to know that, oh, she's an influencer. She would post fine pictures, and men would comment, and she would say, thanks, hon, but it doesn't mean anything. There are people out there. I can totally relate with that because I'm somebody who, I just feel like I have spoiled the word bae, because I tend to use it for every single person I come across. I'm baby. Chioma, you look good. Thanks, sugar. You look beautiful. Oh, thanks, babes. It's something I do. I've gotten so used to. I'm even trying to control it. I think if you should watch people's mannerisms, how they behave, what they do. Paul's mannerism just brings out that I am too good for you. You have to shrink to make me feel good. That's the way I felt while I was watching this. I might be wrong, but that's the way I felt, like shrink so that I can look good. Man, being a narcissist is such a thing. Like sometimes you just feel like these things are just English until you actually meet people like Paul. You just realize that he's insecure, he's jealous, and just needs her to shrink for him to fit in, like I'm the man kind of thing. So funny. So I'm laughing right now, but while I was watching it, I was turned between laughter and anger, because like the guy has guts. That's the way I feel. Like he has guts, he has mind. I don't know if you've watched this show, I know you have your own thoughts. You would have you would have seen some things and you feel like, what's up, what's going on here? I don't know if the show is actually real. I kind of feel like at some point it might just be staged. Yeah. Finally, to everybody out there, if you have a guy, if you have a partner who others are not interested in, I think you might want to consider breaking up with the person. Like, not one person. You've been dating somebody for 3 years and nobody is interested in that person. It's not even possible. No matter how bad you are, no matter how ugly you are, you would have a quality that's attractive to others. Not even somebody as beautiful as Chioma. Even he himself, he's a good-looking guy. There will be girls out there who would want him, and everything is not about money. Everything isn't about money. Like, I got angry, you know, when I deal with high-profile clients. The clients I deal with are high-profile clients. Oh, what a high-profile. And kilo day, what should we do? Alright, guys, see, if I continue, we'll just be talking, because this show is crazy. If you like me to do a review of 4, 5, 6, let me know. I didn't watch 4, 5, 6 so that it doesn't interfere with my thoughts about the show. So yeah, I didn't do 4, 5, 6. I just watched 1, 2, 3, but I'll be doing 4, 5, 6 later on, probably the following week. Yeah, because to me it was, I was like, really? Yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the show, please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the reaction, and also what are your thoughts about Deborah and Jamal and Chioma and Paul. What do you think? Do you think their relationship is healthy? Do you think it's something they should keep on? Do you think it's something they can work on? I for one do not think Chioma and Paul should try to work anything out. I think after this show, Chioma should take her bag and work out in that relationship. She would definitely find someone much better. I know relationships aren't easy, and then you try to walk through stuff, but obviously the guy is not even ready to walk through anything. Okay, alright guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chioma. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Safe place, right?
Yeah. Oh, everything that's said in here stays in these 4 walls.
Everything? I believe you. All right.